Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. Is my sound working? Can you hear me okay? I don't have a microphone today. I'm not in my apartment anymore. I gave my apartment up last night, moved out, and I'm in a temporary place until I come back from vacation. And I'm still trying to figure all of that out as well. Just let me, okay. Thank you, BMJ. I appreciate you. Loud and clear. Appreciate you. So, welcome everyone to another daily live stream. Today is August 29th, 2025. Today is day 663 of my fasting journey. My lighting is off. I don't have any of my equipment right now. I'm working off of my MacBook, so we're going to do all of this on the fly. Today is just going to be a really quick and short check-in, accountability check-in. If you are new here, I do this every single day to show transparency in what I'm doing when I'm talking about my fasting journey, my weight loss journey, my health and wellness journey. And even on the days when I don't have my equipment and I'm feeling a little anxious about it, I'm like, hey, just check in, let people know how you're doing. It's how it keeps you in check. And for many of you, it's how it keeps you all in check as well. So if you're here and you want to be accountable, please feel free to share with us. I already see it in the comments, right? People sharing their goals and how things are going. So I appreciate that. If it's helpful for you, if you find that being accountable in this way helps you push forward, helps you work on good, healthy habits, please do that. But let's talk about me for a second. I finished moving out last night for the most part, and it went pretty well. And then later in the evening, I forgot that I had these adhesives that were stuck to my bathroom tile, and the glue that was it was to hold my, like, shower stuff. I could not get them off. It was awful. The glue that was on it was so hard to get off, and it literally ruined my arms, and I couldn't even get all the glue off. I was just like, "Fuck it. I'm not gonna deal with this." And I moved out, and now I'm kind of in limbo until I move out of the country. It was a very busy day yesterday, but it felt good to kind of end that chapter. And actually, I meant to share this, and I'll see if I can share it now. Um, I posted it on my personal Instagram story, but let me see if I can share it with you all, just so you have an idea of what this looks like. Since many of you never see the window behind me on my live streams in my old apartment, maybe you can take a look. And of course, I didn't show that because for privacy reasons, you know what I mean? But let me see if I can share this with you. Oh, hold on. This is my window that's behind me. That's the red line train that's passing by. It's pretty, right? That's my view every day for the last 2 years. And just so you see my apartment, completely empty. Felt surreal. I really love that apartment. It was really nice. Um, but we move on, right? So let's go ahead. Let's kind of share where I'm at, how things are going, and how I'm going to manage vacation. Totally forgot too. Before I continue, Prodslek, Aisha, Jarius, Jarus. You gotta let me know how to pronounce that, Jarus. BMJ, TGIF, thank God I'm fasting. Hey, I'm fasting today too. Aisha, 33 days strong, fasted. Aisha, congratulations. Patty, Birdie, Thomas with a question. I'll answer that in a second. Priceman5, hey, Priceman5, nice to see you. Hey, thanks for being accountable, sharing that as well. Wanji, am I missing anyone? The Rapture, T Love, hello, welcome, welcome. Let me get to or Thomas's question, not Price Man's question. Thomas says, "Do you ever think about going 100% strict for 2 weeks straight?" For example, I imagine you're getting to your 130 goal very fast if you don't have the 80-20 rule for a period of time. I mean, yeah, I think about it, but right now I'm about to go on vacation, and so my goal of 130 is about to take a break. And I'm going to talk about that today and talk about where my head is at when it comes to that. If you want to see what 100% looks like, you can take a look at that at the very beginning of my journey if you watch my live streams and my videos from back in November of 2023 when I was doing 90-hour fasts after 90-hour fast after 90-hour fast. And I literally, you want to see what 100% looks like? That was literally like 5 months of 100%. So you can take a look at that if you really want to see me push hard. Today, I still feel like doing the 80-20 is a really good split. It feels good, and going on vacation now for about a week is going to throw things off. And I want to talk about that and trying to figure out where my head is at and how I'm going to handle things like that. And hopefully, it might be helpful to some of you who have weekend plans, who might also be going on vacation, who might be thrown off for a couple of days. I'm going to share with you my thought process so you understand how I'm going to navigate these next 6, 7 days while on vacation and trying to figure out, okay, is this going to work? Is this going to be a headache? Am I going to have to? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But let's get into stats here. Let's dig into nerd stats. Like I said, today is Friday, August 29th. Today is day 663 of my journey. Has it been 100% full on, all out 663 days of my journey? No. I'm a human being who runs through imperfections in life, who has struggled with my own eating issues for decades, and who has now learned to start controlling them at a much better pace, place, situation today than I have in the past. One of the reasons that I do these daily live streams is it helps me be accountable. When I am not accountable, things go off the rails. It's how I ended up gaining 30 pounds in about 5 weeks, a little over a month ago at this point. A lot of mindless eating, a lot of stress eating because I was moving and moving out of the country. I've done the first step of two right now. I moved out of my apartment, and later down the road, I'll be moving out of the country. But that big piece of just moving out of my apartment is done. Sold my shit, packed my shit away, even had junk haulers come and take shit that I couldn't sell or put in my storage unit. And it's literally weight off my shoulders, right? It was a really good way for me to deal with stress and not use food for comfort, not use food to stress eat. It was a really good test for me. But even for many of you, it's not so much a test, it's more putting these practices to work. Many of you might have this weekend coming up and you might have plans. And so in your head, you're not even thinking about fasting at all, or eating mindfully at all, or exercising at all. But the reality is, are you planning on going crazy every single day this weekend? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe pushing into Monday, right? Because for some of us, it's Labor Day weekend. And so it might be 4 days of uncontrolled nonstop eating. There's a difference between saying, yeah, that might happen, and I'm going to implement some things to kind of help offset that versus I'm not even going to think about it, Jerome. I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. And you know what? It's your decision, but I'm saying you have options. It doesn't always have to be that way. It doesn't have to go that crazy unless you really wanted to, unless you really wanted it to, unless you really wanted it to. Anthony asks, how do you keep busy during a fast? I mean, I literally work a lot. Before, when I first started my journey, or when I initially started my journey, I was working as a full-time photographer, social media marketer, and I would be going out to shoots. I would be doing event shooting. I would be doing portrait shooting, posing people. I worked and I still continue to work as a social media marketer. I have clients that I do work for, putting social media content together. And I have a routine though, Anthony, every day. I get up, I go for a walk, I lift weights, depending on the day, and I just keep my day full. The routine, though, I think is the big one. For many of us, you want to get through a fast, you want to stay busy, have a routine set. And don't just think that the whole day is just not eating anything. If you just are laying in bed or on the couch and being like, yeah, today's a fasted day, so I'm not going to do anything, you're going to drive yourself nuts. You got to keep yourself busy. And maybe for some people, maybe not. But for me, I have a video and I can't remember when I released it, like over a year ago or so. And I called it How to Overcome Hunger or Overcoming Hunger or something like that. And I think I was maybe halfway through my journey. I think I had dropped 60 pounds already in I forget how many days. I'd suggest taking a look at that because that's where I leave a lot of tips and advice on how to get through a longer fast. What do you tell yourself mentally to get through it? I mean, for me, I've said this many times. Today's a fasted day for me, right? I'm currently fasting. Today's a non negotiable day. I'm not going to think about food in that way. I'm not going to be like, oh, maybe I should eat, maybe I shouldn't eat. Oh, you know what? Maybe I could have a little. I don't do any of that, right? I'm not, none of those things go through my head at the moment. I know that I'm breaking tomorrow. And when I break tomorrow, I'm good, right? I also tell myself the food will always be there. The food will always be there. It's not going anywhere. I don't have to worry about missing anything. One of the things that I think a lot of people fall prey to is FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. You feel like you're not going to have what you want, but it's like food is so abundant, it's so plentiful, it's not going anywhere. I don't know, maybe if you were at some special event and they had something that you've never heard of before, maybe, right? A lot of it is a mental thing. For many of us, it's a mental thing. We don't have to eat 24/7 all day, every day. We don't have to succumb to that every day. I really don't believe in eating that often at this point, especially at the volume of food that I eat. So, sugary fasting, I am at, and I was going to show this later. Sugary fasting, you're jumping ahead here, man. I'm 34. I'm 34 hours fasted at the moment. I'm 34 hours fasted at the moment. So, um, let's get back into the nerd stats, right? I gained about 30 pounds in 5 weeks. And after that happened, I said, I got to be more accountable. I got to show up and share and not hide. And so what did I do? I started fasting, right? I was doing ADF. I did 9 rounds of ADF, eating around 2,700 calories. I lost 21 pounds in those 18 days. After gaining 30 pounds in 5 weeks, I lost the majority of it. I lost the majority of it in 18 days. And even for, was it James? Thomas. Well, I'm getting names mixed up. When Thomas asked the question, have you thought about just going hard for 2 weeks? I mean, in this respect, I was doing ADF for 18 days. So, and limiting calories and going for my walks, 15,000 steps, right? Lifting weights. And that was 18 days. And then after those 18 days, I had a 7,500 calorie day, 7,500 calorie 20% day where I ate in abundance, put some weight on, did a 93-hour fast to counteract that, lost more weight than I gained after eating 7,500 calories, went back into rounds of ADF, 3,400 calorie refeeds, another 20% day. I guess I'm showing this, right? Is no matter what has happened over this time, even if I have days where I eat in abundance, the weight finds itself pushing down, pushing down, pushing down, pushing down. I have lost 28 pounds in 5 weeks. So the 30 pounds that I gained in 5 weeks, I pretty much lost all of it around the same time. And the great thing about it is during this process, I have found ways now to help combat feeling overwhelmed and stress eating. And a lot of that is being accountable and showing up every single day like I'm doing right now. And you'll see here, right? I had a 6,300 calorie day 2 days ago. Was it 2 days ago? 2 days ago. If you were here on yesterday's live stream, you saw me eat 6,300 calories. I shared all of that with you. And look at what happened on the scale. I gained 11.4 pounds after eating 6,300 calories. 11.4 pounds. That's actually the most I've gained after a refeed. I don't remember gaining that much in any of my refeeds in past memory. Just to give you an idea, right? Just so you see here, this was 141.8. This was 3 days ago or 2 days ago. And then yesterday, 153.2. You'll see that 11.4 pound gain after eating that many calories. Did I say, well, this is pointless? Time to throw in the towel. Time to just eat everything now. Did I do that? No. I spent the whole day yesterday fasted. I went for a walk when I got up in the morning. I didn't say, well, I just gained 11 pounds. What's the point of walking? It should even be more apparent that you should be doing that. You have energy. Yesterday, I went and I lifted weights because I had the energy to do so. I just had a ton of calories, right? I'm using it to my advantage instead of feeling sorry for myself that the weight on the scale went up. Because you and I both know I didn't gain 11.4 pounds of fat after eating 6,300 calories. You know that, right? We're all clear here when it comes to that, right? If you don't believe me, think about that, right? I was 141.8 or whatever it was, 141.8, 153.2 yesterday. Here's what I weighed in at today. I hate that it's already playing it. It ruined the surprise, damn it. 144 this morning, everyone. 144 this morning. Think about that for a second. I was 141. I was 141.8. That was my lowest weight in 10 weeks. And then I ate 6,300 calories and I went from 141.8 to 153.2, right? Yeah. I gained 11.4 pounds. And then this morning, 20-ish hours later, or 20-ish, 20, however many, 24 plus hours later, I'm already down 9 of those 11 pounds that I put on. And I'm fasting again today. So who knows what the weight is going to show tomorrow? The number's bullshit, guys. It's a bunch of water weight that gets added on, gets dropped, gets added on, gets dropped. There's waste in there, whatever it might be. It's a bullshit number that you might be attaching yourself to too much. For me, it's a good way to look at it and be like, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy that I gained 11.4 pounds. But nowhere in my head am I like beating myself up saying I just gained 11.4 pounds of fat. This morning proves it. I put on 11.4 pounds this morning, dropped 9 of those pounds already. Tomorrow, maybe I'll be less than that because I'm not eating today either. Right? Yes, Aisha, also the weight of the actual food. Exactly. Exactly. So, always messing up on these cuts here. Like I said, my starting weight on the 23rd of July, almost 170. My lowest weight was 141.8, 141.8 after a 6,300 calorie refeed, 153.2. And then this morning, after 24 plus hours fasted, it dropped down to 144. And tomorrow, when I weigh in, it should drop again, but maybe not. Today, on the scale that I stepped on, I'm stepping on that scale in a different place. So maybe it's different where the ground is. When I fly out today, I'm taking my portable scale with me. The Rapture just asked, "Is your scale going into your carry-on?" I have a portable one, and I do carry it with me. And that portable scale might read different than the scale I normally use. If the number goes up or down in a significant way, is it going to change what I'm doing? No, right? The scale is just a number. I use it as a guide. That's all I'm using it for, right? Just to give me a good idea of, hey, you're doing what you need to do, or hey, it might be time to rein things in a little bit. That's all I use it for. My refeed stats for my last 16 refeeds, I've been eating for about 4 hours and 16 minutes. My average calories around 3550, or at 3550, my average protein per refeed, 203 grams per refeed. I make sure my protein is high during my refeeding times. My last 8 refeeds, you'll see, right? Since the last 20 days, the last 3 weeks, I've had the majority of my 20% days here. Not the majority, all of my 20% days have been in the last 3 weeks. But in the last 36 or 37 days, I've only had them happen 3 times, right? For the most part, I've been keeping my calories under, or I guess around 3,000, right? I mean, like I said here, you'll see it at 3550. And these are my fasted refeed weights and my fasted weights, right? These are the weights that I gain, or this is the weight that I gain after a refeed. You'll see 5 pounds, 6 pounds, 7 pounds. And then most recently, if you look at the very last bullet there, I gained 11.4 pounds. But look at what happened this morning when I weighed on the scale. Dropped 9.2 pounds. And tomorrow, my guess is it'll push itself even lower. And again, it's more than just fasting. It's about the way I eat and the choices I make and the length of my refeed and my cardio. In the last 37 days, my daily step average is a little over 16,000. Yesterday's step count was right at around 16,000, even though yesterday I really felt like I was so wiped out. I was literally exhausted, but it was a lot of carrying. It was a lot of bending down and like cleaning the floors and the baseboards and the tub. Well, not the tub. I had a shower in my apartment. Um, and yeah, um, I'm very active, and being active plays a big part in my fasting routine. It plays a big part in keeping my weight down, in losing weight. It's a big part of my cardio health. Putting on muscle, strength training helps my metabolic rate, adding muscle, burning more calories, right? The 80-20 rule, this is when I talk about doing good things for myself 80% of the time. The other 20% of the time, I'm not as strict. In the last 37 days, I've had 34 80% days, averaging under 3,000 calories. And on my 20% days, it's only happened 3 times in the last 37 days. I've eaten about 6,200 calories on average. At least the protein is still really high there. And it's not even 80% of the time, right? Since July 23rd, since I started tracking this, it's more like 92% of the time right now that I've been doing this. So for the most part, I'm doing what I need to do. I'm keeping myself in check. Um, it's weird not having my extra monitor because I can't look at my notes and I can't see what's next. And I know today's a shorter one because I still have to finish packing. So actually, I think those are all of our notes today. Um, I want to talk about I want to talk about vacation because I'll be honest with you, I don't really know how to approach it. I don't really know how to approach the next 7 days and how I'm going to handle vacation and worrying about the weight on the scale. But I have a rough idea and we'll see how I can implement it. Um, I am, I was going to say, I might try to do fit check, but I don't know if this is going to be enough space. It's probably not because that window's right there. But we'll do fit check. We'll try to do fit check. Uh, I always show this because it's always just a good example of how I've been lately, right? Not how I've been lately, but like my journey as an overweight kid my entire life, adolescent, obese, morbidly obese teenager in my 20s, in my 30s, and even in my 40s, right? I've been able to keep this weight off through fasting, through better eating, through cardio, through strength training, through better sleep, through practicing good healthy habits. At the end of the day, it's about practicing good healthy habits. You can take that with anything that you do. Your habits define you. They truly define you. If you are wondering why can't I, why am I like this, why do I do X, Y, and Z, it's because of your habits. That's what it comes down to. Your habits define who you are as a person. Those habits can define who you are in the future, right? I'm not where I'm at today because one day I just decided to be this way. I'm where I'm at today because in the last 663 days, the habits have become ingrained in me. When I wake up in the morning, step on the scale, walk out the door, go for a walk, go lift weights at the gym. Don't use food for comfort. Don't use food to stress eat. Don't use food for boredom. Does it mean that it will never happen again? Of course not. It's just happened over a month ago, right? But it happens less and less. The frequency happens less and less. And that's the important part here is that whatever bad habits you might have, they don't go away overnight. It takes time. It takes time to get better at what you're doing. It takes time with anything you practice, anything you put into practice. You have to keep working on it. That is how you will get to where you need to be. We all have the same goals to be happy and healthy. We all have our ways of getting there. There isn't one perfect solution for any of this because I'm going on vacation right now. You aren't. Maybe some of you are. Maybe some of you have a really long weekend coming up. But we all have different journeys when it comes to this, and we all have different ways of coping with stress or emotions or anxiety. And for many of us who are here right now, we probably cope with it with food. Many of you who might have an all or nothing personality, you're here right now because you resonate with how that's been so true for me for so long. I'm just trying to figure my shit out, man. I'm guessing that's why you're here too. You're just trying to figure your shit out. You're trying to stay accountable. You're trying to do what you need to do. So let's go ahead. Let's do. I don't think fit check's really gonna work, but I don't want to say let's do fit check, but um, this doesn't work. This can barely work. This is bare. I'm like struggling with this. That's not fit check. It's fine. We can say it's fit check. We can say it kind of looks like fit check. My next space, my next space is gonna be small as well, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do fit check there either. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, let's talk about vacation, right? Are any of you going on vacation this weekend? Are any of you who are celebrating the long holiday? Do you have plans? Are you going anywhere? Are you worried about how you're going to be eating, that you're going to be overdoing it, that you're not going to be able to control yourself? These are some of the things that I have been wondering for myself. And I'm going to be gone for a week. And I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to still try to do um, daily live streams because I think that'll be helpful for me to be honest about what I'm eating, how I'm eating, and how I'm gonna move forward. Um, sorry, I'm just using my MacBook, so it's different when I don't have my webcam. Um, Aisha says, I don't have any plans this weekend. I'm hyper fixated on this fast. I get it. I mean, of course, right? Aisha's on a different level right now than many of us. Um, but here's what I'm thinking. My goal, obviously, is to get to a certain weight. There's no time frame, but I don't want to keep swinging up in weight and then trying to like I guess what I'm saying is I don't want to gain 10, gain 15, then work to like lose that again. And I'm not talking about this bullshit water weight, right? We all know that I had a 20% day. I ate 6,200 calories. That shit's going to be off of me tomorrow. I mean, the majority of it's already off. I gained 11.4 pounds over a bullshit water, eating 6,300 calories. This morning, I'm down 9 of those pounds, right? 9.2 pounds. So, two base says abbreviated fit check. I'll figure something out. We'll figure something out in the future. Um, so what I'm thinking for the next week is I don't think I'm going to be able to fast every other day, especially when I'm on vacation and I'm with family and friends, and people are going to want to go out to dinner or lunch or whatever. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I will maybe fit a fast if I can, especially if I really overdo it. But I think what might happen these next 7 days is I might do something that I really don't do often, or at least put a lot more effort into, and that's to eat cleaner. Maybe it's to make much better choices in keeping the calories down, right? This is a practice that I am not the best at, but something I've continued to get better at. I know I don't have to eat every single meal with my family. I don't have to do breakfast, lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Maybe I could do lunch, dinner, or just do dinner, right? I'm just trying to put a game plan forward. And so there is no strict fasting routine because I know that the time frames of when I eat are going to vary based on who I'm with and what we're doing for the day. So I think this is how it's going to work out. My TDEE is about 2,300 calories per day. So if anything, I'll try to limit my meals to about 2,300 calories per day. Here's where my win is at. This is what I would feel like would be a win is if I can keep my calories on average for about 2,300 calories the entire week I'm on vacation. If I go a little above that, I'd be happy with that too. If it ended up averaging to about 2,500 a day or maybe even 3,000 a day, I think I'd be okay with that, right? But I don't want to have like I don't want to have like two 5,000 days in a row or a 5,000 day and a 6,000 day and then it just become a thing. Cuz the last time I was in Canada, I was literally eating junk by the end of the night. I would keep things in check, but then later in the evening, I was eating bags of chips, a whole sleeve of cookies. I think there was one point where I found fudge in the fridge and I just started eating fudge straight up. And a big reason was I wasn't showing that kind of accountability. I was making videos when I was out there, but I got to figure it out. So that's why I want to do these dailies. So I'm keeping you all up to date about what I'm doing, and it helps keep me in check as well. Um, BMJ says pre-record your fit check when you record weighing in. Oh, we could do that. That's not a bad idea. I like that because even today I couldn't get a proper. I usually do a picture, um, like a selfie of me on my thumbnails, and I couldn't even do that today because I didn't have the space. So it's not a bad idea. I'll think about that. I'll think about that. Um, so that's what I'm thinking of for the next 7 days. I'm going to fast when I can. I'm and you know what? I'll share this too. And um, this is someone that I coach, and they had shared with me some advice about it too, and I'll share that. They also suggested, yeah, if you do two mad, right, or OMAD, you just don't snack in between, right? That's how you kind of keep things in check. And so I think that'll be helpful as well to do something like that. But at the end of the day, I think a big win for me is if by the end of this vacation, I keep my calories around 2,300. Except, okay, except I know for sure I always do this on my last day of vacation. That's actually the day I come back. On the day I come back, it's going to be a 20% day. I'm going to have a good dinner. I'm going to enjoy myself. And then I fall back into a fast after that. So at least every day before the last day of my vacation, I will try to keep that around 2,300 calories. On my last day will be my 20% day. That's that's my plan. It would be a win if I kept my weight in check and didn't go crazy. It's not even the number on the scale. It's more or less how many calories I take in. So you'll see all of that moving forward. Okay, um, that's my plan. And to be accountable and still do these dailies as long as the internet is okay. Um, I know this is a shorter live stream. I'm going to do Q&A real quick because I still have to pack. I still have to get to the airport. I still have to make sure I have everything I need. And I just wanted to do a quick check-in to let you know where I'm at and how all of you are doing. Hopefully you're all doing well. So if you have questions, please feel free to ask them now. I'll ask or I'll answer whatever I can during that time. Sorry, I'm like looking for my buttons here because it's weird just having my MacBook and not another monitor and a mouse. Um, if you're looking for help, though, when it comes to fasting, when it comes to weight loss, when it comes to accountability, if you're looking for an accountability partner or you're looking for a coach to help you stay accountable, you can go to finallyfasting.com. You can book a one on one session with me. We can put a plan together. We can put a strategy together. You could also check the website out if you want to buy merch. I would share stickers, but I don't have anything on me. Again, I'm in between places right now, and I just don't have everything that I normally have in front of me. So finallyfasting.com if you want to book some time with me, or if you want to just support, if you go to the link in the live stream here for support, or if you want to support me, you can be part of the Finally Fasting fam. There is a membership option where if you do join, you'll get your name on the intros of the live streams. You will get to use custom emoji. But if you join the higher tier, you can join us Wednesdays for a special live stream where we have a group coaching live stream where we all hold each other accountable. Think of it like a group of 15 people or however many people are showing up for that week, and we're all sharing our results and our goals and our own individual goals, right? Everybody has their own individual goals of what they need to do, and whether they hit it or not, we go there to show accountability. So um, you can check the link in the live stream if that's something that might be up your alley. So take a look at that. Okay, let me see if there are any questions. Oh man, I'm very tired today, guys. I'm very tired today. Oh, and you know what? I forgot this. Jocelyn, and it reminded me because I saw Margaret. Hi, Margaret, on Facebook. Jocelyn, how's it going? Thank you for sharing your journey during this very stressful time. Jocelyn, nice to see you. I always like to post people up here on Facebook because I don't see a lot of people on Facebook come here. Jay Jay Simus, am I saying that right? 1317 became a new part of the finally fasting fam. I don't have my stickers because I'd always. Do I have my journal though? One second, everyone. Ow! I just hit my head on the lamp. I guess you guys can hear me because I have my AirPods, right? Where's my? Oh, okay. I have this one at least. Jay Simmons, thanks for being part of the Finally Fasting fam. For people who are members, can we throw some F's up? Oh, it looks like BMJ did that already. Thank you for that. Jay Simmons, thank you for supporting in that way. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you, oh, oh, it's Joy. Hi, Joy. Okay, well, thank you again. So thank you, Joy. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay, so I appreciate the support as always. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Um, where was I at here? Thank you, Margaret. Margaret was saying, have a great vacation. I appreciate it. Thank you, Margaret. Let me scroll back up here just to see if there are any questions. Um, the Rapture says, Jerome, maybe you can just set a rule that you'll only eat when family sits down to eat. That may be good or bad. No, and you know what? That's why I love having these conversations because it's a great idea, right? Anytime we suggest things, it's a really good way to be like, yeah, this is something that I can try out and see if it's something that works or something that doesn't. I mean, that's a great idea too. I've had someone ask me this in the past, like, Jerome, when do you figure out like when you're going to eat out or when you're going to eat at home? And, my answer to that, whenever I can't remember who asked that question, but my answer to that is I usually only eat out now when I'm out with friends or family, right? Like I don't go and buy takeout or drive through by myself. At this point, if I'm going to eat like that, I'm going to eat that way with other people. So, that's good though. I like that. I like that. Two Face says, "Are we still on for the September Jerome send off long fast to show J Man our appreciation for the lives?" Two Face. So, are you saying people are going to fast starting September 1st indefinitely, or what is the challenge here? You know why this is a hard challenge? Because isn't isn't Monday September 1st, right? Is Monday September 1st? It is. Monday, September 1st, it's Labor Day, and I think people are going to be still hanging out on the long weekend. I could be wrong though, but maybe some people might do it. Or maybe they'll do it September 2nd. But you know how I am, everyone. Don't wait till Monday. Just keep moving on with your journey. So, um, okay. I think that's it. I know there are no other questions here. I know this is a shorter live stream, but I just wanted to show up to be transparent and show you where I'm at, and also to show you that, hey, I might have gained 11 pounds after a 6,300 calorie refeed, but this morning, after a 24 plus hour fast, I'm already down 9 pounds. And tomorrow, when I weigh in, I should probably have a lower drop as well. So, you'll see what that looks like. Although the scale might be different because I'm stepping on a different scale. But like I said, right, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just a frame of reference. It's a way to just see where I'm at and keep going from there. You should all be doing the same. Keep showing up, keep being accountable. If this is helpful for you, show up tomorrow when I live stream. I don't know what time I'm live streaming tomorrow yet, though, because I don't know what the plans are yet tomorrow. But I do want to put a live stream out there, whether it's in the morning or in the evening or around the same time we normally do. we'll see. But um, I'll be in a different place. I don't know how good the internet's going to be. We'll figure it out. Okay. Keep it up. Yeah. I'll do it too, right? You're not alone. We're doing this together. I just showed you all, right? I'm 30 something hours fasted. I'm not eating at all today. I'm going through another full day fast. I'm going to be breaking tomorrow. So, all right, everyone. Thank you for the kind words. I'm going to enjoy my trip out there. And I'll see you tomorrow, right? From Canada. Okay. All right, everyone. Nice seeing you all. Take care.